Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course. And we continue Big Ten play. We won our very first Big Ten game. We're taking on the Minnesota Gophers, who have not even won a single game yet, but we cannot take them for granted. Minnesota does have a B+ squad across the board, whereas we have a B+ squad ourselves with a B offense and an A- defense. And not to mention that Lee Corso is going to be rocking with us. So that being said, should still be a real good episode regardless. If we can take care of business with these, maybe we make this a doubleheader, maybe not. We'll just have to see how this game turns out. I don't want to make any assumptions, but that being said, I hope you're ready for today's episode, and if you are, smash that like button, hit me up in the comments, and of course, if you're brand new to the channel, man, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't be shy, my guy. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get this game going against the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Alright, man, so you saw the thumbnail right there. We got some high-profile recruits coming to our campus. So I'm trying to put on a show, but that's not necessarily what I'm talking about. A big run up the gut here for Chase Johnson as we try to, do a little bit better here, but we get beat downfield. Are you serious? Oh, we called the blitz and they made us pay for it in a big way. Not a good start for the defense. And Minnesota, within 15 seconds, scores the first points of the day. Time for us to try to respond, though. We got a 1st and 10 ourselves, going out to Derek Blue. He breaks the tackle, though. He's gone like a girl in a country song. That's going to be a touchdown for Earlham College. You love to see it, baby. And that's touchdown number 6 for Derek Blue this season alone. He's starting to show out here in his senior campaign. I love to see it. So this thing is now all tied up at 7 apiece now, as Mario Hernandez does at least trip up Chase Johnson a little bit. He picks up 23. But the offenses are surely flying around early in this one, as we miss again with Greg Jenkins. Is that going to be a face mask penalty? It's going to be a face mask penalty, is it? Yep. Yup, that is going to be a face mask. They're going to call it on Chris Rogers. Chris Rogers is a guy that, he has some raw talent, but man, has he been caught quite a few times with some good old-fashioned, had some problems with the face mask penalties. And, it's thankfully for us, we can keep, the drive does end anyway, so it doesn't lead to any points, but we got to get more disciplined as the season goes on, because Minnesota's winless right now, so if we play some better teams, we can't get away with that kind of stuff, as we do have a missed field goal. So the game will remain tied at 7 for the very least, as we'll go ahead now and take over. Trying to throw it across the middle, was looking for Patrick Starr. We had him wide butt naked open too, but we just missed him straight up and down. And it leads to a 3rd and 6 coming up here as we drop back. Trying to throw it to the right-hand side. Was looking for Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. And we just missed him. CJ Patton straight up misses him. He had the outside route. You just got to throw it a little bit better than that. Come on now. We got to be better than what we just did right there. But we do at least force them to another 3 and out, make them go ahead and take another field goal. He is 0 for 1 thus far, and is going to miss another one here as well. So we dodge a major bullet there. That could have been some bad news. Speaking of bad news, here's a studio update for us, as Northwestern was a team that went down to the American Conference. They actually lost to Cincinnati. They're not acclimating well to their new conference. But we go 3 and out ourselves. So Minnesota gets themselves back on the field right now as Guillory somehow gets away from Chris Ty. Like, we was right there. We was right there, my guy. You got to go ahead. You got to make the tackle for me, straight up and down. But we got 2nd and 1 now coming up here as tight end will go into motion as Guillory drops back. Throws a dot over the middle. We get beat deep downfield by Aaron Boyd. That might be his 2nd touchdown of the day. Yeah, man, the defensive backfield not having a good game so far, straight up and down. We had a face mask penalty. We have had now 2, lapses in our defense that led to long touchdowns. And Minnesota now, they're going to be up 14-7 here. But this winless football team, they're rowing the boat and showing some fight. As we got 2nd and 3 now coming up here, looking out the middle, getting it out to Derek Blue once again, who does end up going ahead and making the catch for us. 1st down for us. It's now 1st and 10 coming. CJ dropping back, looking around, trying to get it over the middle. I don't know if that was for Patrick Starr or Derek Blue, but either way, threw it right to the defender instead of literally one of the 2 wide receivers that we had open. So another incompletion for him, but Daniel Carrington does end up picking up a few yards for us. That's his 1st carry of the day, actually. So now we got a 3rd and 4 coming up here. Going to try to pass this football once again. So we drop back, looking around, getting it out to Patrick Starr, who gets brought down by the super dive cheese. But we at least keep that 1st down. We keep the drive alive thanks to it. Let's see if we can get another completion here. Another 1st and 10. Looking over the middle, trying to get it out to one of the receivers, but another miscalculation. And now 2nd and 10 coming, going back to that running game here. See if we can pick up some good yards on the ground. We do with Daniel Carrington. Damn, Daniel, I see you, my guy. As that will take us into the end of the 1st quarter. We got a pretty exciting game, man. We got a drive going, but Minnesota hit us in the mouth a little bit here. We're down by 7 off of 2 long touchdown passes. So let's go ahead and get this 2nd quarter now officially underway. Try to get him a little bit of a play action type play here as we're looking around, trying to squeeze it in over the middle, but George Brooks was on it. And our coaching staff wants us to go ahead and punt this ball away. I would have usually gone for it, but that's one of our house rules. We got to go with what our coaching staff wants to do. And now we got a 3rd and long thanks to it. We do get him in the backfield, but it's going to be yet another face mask called against us. You absolutely hate to see it. Chris Ty called for the 15-yard penalty, and what should have been a free and out for us, they get to keep the drive alive thanks to it. As there's another 1st and 10. This time we bring the blitz in. This time it works out well enough for us. We force the incompletion. As we have another 2nd and 10 now coming up here as Guillory drops back. He's going to throw it short over to Curtis Johnson over the right-hand side. He was all by himself. Nobody really accounted for him, but still only managed to pick up a few yards despite that, so no big deal. As we get him to a 3rd and 5 now. 4 wide set. Running back in the backfield. Going deep downfield, and it's nearly intercepted by Frank Bowers. And that will force the Minnesota Golden Gophers to punt this football right back away over to us. As we got 4th and 5 coming up here. Frank coming with the fair catch. He's got it. He's got some good space to work with as well. Trying to get to the outside. Doesn't get there all the way, but still a nice 20-yard return, to say the least. And with that being said, thought that was going to turn into something, but we actually ended up going free and out on that possession, as well as Chase Johnson. This could be trouble. Marcus Permert coming with the save at the last second. If it wasn't for him, that man was going to be gone. But yeah, besides that long broken tackle that Derek Blue had, we have really struggled on offense. We have not gotten, into a rhythm as of yet. So hopefully our defense can still keep us in this ball game, as Guillory will throw over the middle and find Aaron Boyd for another 1st down. He's been having a big day. Already 132 yards receiving. We're not even done with a half of football yet, but Chase Johnson could do some things as well. Another big gain for him, a gain of 10. So a 3rd and short coming up here for Minnesota. We'll see if they try to run this football again. We're going to sell out for the run, and whatever happens, happens. But it's actually a pass play, though, as Guillory somehow gets it out to the backup tailback, Blake Miller. And it goes for another 1st down. We had somebody on him. King Ray was thinking he was going to go right. Ended up going left. And it keeps the drive alive as Blake Miller continues in that backup running back role, terrorize our defense. His 1st carry going for 8 yards. So now, deep into the red zone now as we load this box up. Try to slow down this rushing attack. But despite that, Chase Johnson still going to go ahead, pick up yet another 1st down here. We got to keep him out of the end zone. Straight up and down. As we're getting to the last moments of this 1st half, here's Chase Johnson trying to get outside. He's got some space and picks up a 1st down. Although we do manage to keep him out of the end zone for the time being. But this 3rd and goal now going to be huge. Got to keep him out. Guillory trying to scramble out of there, but it's going to end up being sacked. Looks like Chris Ty got that finishing blow, which does bring the field goal kicker out because we did decide to call a timeout. Give our offense a little bit more time, out there on the field before we get into the end of this 1st half. So, next drive, we got to come with at least a field goal. We got to make sure that it stays a 1-possession game. We'll see if CJ Patton can do it for us here. Is Patton rolling out to the right. He's got a man downfield, but misses him. He had Derek Blue open, but just straight up missed him. So now a 2nd and 10 now coming up here as CJ will drop back once again. We'll get over the middle. We do find Daniel Carrington. That is good for a 1st down, but we got to go ahead. We got to get on the ball here. Don't have much time to mess with as we try to get to the line quickly. Going to be a quick snap. CJ looking around, facing some pressure, but gets it out to Patrick Starr. What a throw and pressure. Had several guys in his face. We're going to keep going on the ball here now. 22 seconds left here in this 1st half. Carrington almost picking up the 1st down. It's going to be just short. We will go ahead and call our 2nd timeout. We still got 1 remaining, so we probably have maybe 2 plays downfield here. Just got to make sure we do it right here as Sprinkle Jr. gets within the 5-yard line. And it was a quick play too, so we can get to the line quickly now. 11 seconds left. CJ dropping back, trying to get in the end zone, but Daniel Carrington is just narrowly left out. We have to call our last timeout. And on the 1-inch line, the coaching staff wants to settle for a field goal. Yeah, absolutely hate to see it. I mean, it was a good drive overall. Wish we would have been able to punch it into the end zone, but at the very least, we do end up, going into halftime. We're down by 7, but we will get the ball to start the 2nd half. So what's going on, everybody? We got this 2nd half now officially underway. Trying to go ahead and get this 1st and 10 going right here as we drop back. Quick throw out to Derek Blue. Nice timing there on that route. Derek Blue just having himself a nice day. Have to make sure that we try to go to him a little bit more often than we did, because when he does get the ball in his hands, he's a dangerous guy. But first, we got to convert on this 3rd and long here, and we can't do it. They might have even got away with a face mask. Of course, when we do a face mask, they go ahead, they call that penalty on us, real quick. But when it's on us, refs aren't looking, man. I see how it is, man. I see how it is, NCAA 14. Y'all ain't slick whatsoever. But we do at least force another free now. And this time, we get some really good field position to work with. The 20-yard kick return basically gets us in the red zone, or at least, or it would start if there was a, say, overtime game coming for us over here, as Jeremy Sprinkle ends up picking up a 1st down, gain of 11, the 2nd catch of the day for him. Has got another 2nd and 9 to work with. This time, Daniel Carrington trying to run it up the gut. Had one more man to beat, tried to run over him, but will end up being brought down. But it's, only need 1 more yard, man. Don't have to do anything too crazy. Let's see, just trying to get into the end zone here. Third down, getting it to Sprinkle Jr., and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Earlham. And this game now is all tied up. All tied at 17 apiece. And now we'll see out of Minnesota. Golden Gophers are going to respond here now as Chase Johnson tries to run it in the middle. We actually had the play stopped. But guess what? Yes, our third face mask of this game. You cannot be serious right now. As King Ray called for the face mask. That's an automatic first down. We will get him to another 3rd and long, though. And we do just keep him beyond that first down marker. Johnny Gardner cannot pick up the sticks. And now for the first time in today, we actually have a chance to go ahead and take the lead. Let's see if we can take advantage, but we're nearly intercepted by Jacob Carlson, his second deflection of the day. So now, 2nd and 10 coming up here. Free wide set. Looking around, going to try to toss it around. We had a man wait, but Jeremy Sprinkle Jr., it doesn't even matter. We still end up making the catch anyways. Big first down. Probably would have been more if we saw him sooner, but that just wasn't the case. Although we try to go to the Sprinkle Jr. again, he does drop the next pass. And we got a 3rd and long now coming up here. Got some, looks like they're going to try to play tight. Patton looking around, going to try to win one-on-one with Derek Blue, and look at that. Derek Blue changing his route to make sure that he gets open. What a smart play. Although we do have 3rd and 2 coming up here. Last play of the 3rd quarter. We will end up picking up the first down with him, though, as that takes us into the end of the 3rd quarter. We got a tight ball game here. We got to win this game for the sake of our recruits. And also for the sake of us simply trying to go ahead and keep us in, that national championship hunt. So let's go. 4th quarter now officially underway. Time to go to work. Patton in the shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's facing some pressure, but he's going to end up getting sacked. And we're going to deal with a 3rd and 20. Not how we wanted to go about starting this 3rd quarter, but it is what it is, though. Hopefully you can still pick up this first down here, as though they were playing on the weak on the outside, and Eric Price Jr. takes advantage of a huge first down for Earlham. And the Quakers are now driving. 1st and 10. Let's get Daniel Carrington more involved here now. Looking for some space. Gonna get it with the cutback. He breaks the tackle. It is brought down at about the 2-yard line. Trying to see if we can punch it in, though. Read option coming on the way. Going with, trying to contain Daniel Carrington, but it is CJ Patton who actually keeps it. We're in the end zone, baby. We got the lead. And we got another 1st and 10 coming up here. 24-17-2. As Guillory dropping back the passes, looking around, gets it to Gardner. Gardner able, get some decent space, going a gain of 14 there. But a 1st and 10 going nonetheless. Is now Minnesota tries to respond from the touchdown we just scored. Going to Johnson up the middle, but is that going to be another face mask? What is our defense doing? Don't grab the face mask. How many times do I have to say this? The four face mask called for King Ray, baby. And it's going to be 3rd and long coming up here as Guillory dropping back, looks around, gets it to Miller. Miller got some space on the outside and ends up picking up a first down on that play right there off that halfback screen. Frank Bowers with the tackle. As we got another 1st and 10 coming up here. Williams will be set in motion as Guillory will drop back once again. We only send free, but we're trying to play a little back to make sure that we didn't get beat deep. Remember, we got beat twice earlier in this game. But King Ray's been feeling himself, though. 13th tackle of the day for him. Been some bad plays, but there's also been a lot of good for King Ray. As we got another 1st and 10 coming up here. Taking their sweet time to snap the football as Chase Johnson trying to get in the end zone. But Chase Johnson will be left just short. And a goal line situation coming up here for Minnesota. In order to tie this ball game up, calling another play for Chase Miller. who gets it in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. And we got this game all tied up now at 24 apiece. So now here we go here. We got a chance to go ahead and win this football game on this drive potentially. Let's see if our offense has what it takes to go ahead and get the job done. We got a 2nd and 3 now coming up. We don't need the rush necessarily, so we can still run the football, as Carrington gets a nice cut there on the outside and picks up the first down because of it. So a gain of 8 there on the play, as he got 2nd and 10 now coming up here. Patton dropping back. He's looking around. Got some space to work with. Tried to dump it off for Carrington, but gets sacked. We call ourselves another timeout because I really am trying to push this ball downfield. Hopefully that doesn't kill us in the long run. But coaches want to call a halfback screen, you know. And they brought the pressure for sure. But, I mean, they did a really good job of reading that play. Got to give credit where credit is due. Minnesota takes a timeout. And now they have a chance here to potentially win this game in regulation. Big drive for our defense there. Let's see if they can come through as Johnny Gardner manages to get himself out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 coming up here. Defense kind of scrambling here a little bit. Let's see if they can calm themselves down. Here's some more. Guillory dropping back, facing pressure again, but another catch here for Gardner. This time it's before the first down marker. So that will mean that the clock will still continue to run. As we got 2nd and 2 now coming up. Guillory dropping back, throwing to the left-hand side. Gets it out to Aaron Boyd. Another first down. And also managing to get out of bounds too on top of that. So now a 2nd and 10 now coming up. Guillory dropping back, facing some pressure, and it's Finn Otis. Haven't heard his name all day long. But a big play for us right there, as Minnesota will simply decide to run out the clock. Probably will be a run. No, it's actually a pass. Guillory getting it out over to Gibbons, who does break one tackle. He could get, that first down, but we do stop him. Minnesota will go ahead and punt this ball away. And we have maybe one shot at the end zone here, as we will go ahead. Throw the football with C.J. Patton. We got a man downfield. Wait a minute. It's caught by Patrick Starr. It's a foot race. And we get caught from behind. I didn't want to try to dive because there's that chance that I'll fumble the football and return it back for a touchdown. Patrick Starr simply was not fast enough there. And guys, we're going to be going into overtime. We have an overtime game coming on our hands. So now here we go. First overtime now coming on the way here. Yeah, 1st and 10 coming up here. Throwing it short to Boyd. David Smith. He read that play pretty well, but he just simply can't keep up. He's a linebacker converted to safety, because we're really short at that safety position right now. As Johnson, he's going to run the football. Will end up picking up a first down here too. Man, that's crazy. So now another 1st and 10 coming up here for this Minnesota offense. Johnson runs over David Johnson and proceeds to get it into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Minnesota. And now we're in a spot here where if we don't score a touchdown on this drive, this game is over. We're going to lose to a winless Minnesota squad. So not trying to take any risks. We're going to just simply run it with C.J. Patton. He gets out of bounds, does manage to pick up the first down here as well. So another 1st and 10 that we get to work with. This time, looking to hand it off to Daniel Carrington. Got some space on the outside. Runs through a defender this time. And manages to pick up 7. You'll love to see the effort there on that run. But we still need to punch it in here. 2nd down. Patton in the shotgun, looking for Daniel. Damn, Daniel, way to get us in the end zone, baby. You'll love to see it. And we are going to have a second overtime. Although this time around, we actually will be starting with the football. So big drive for us here. I want to finish with another touchdown. Put the pressure back on their offense. As before, we got into regulation. They weren't doing so hot on the offensive side of the ball either. So now, 1st and 10. CJ looking at Daniel Carrington once again, and look at that. That could have been another face mask, but they don't call it. They don't want us to succeed. They don't want us to be great. But a 3rd down coming up right here, man. Daniel Carrington with the read option. It's a fake, though, so CJ Patton does manage to go ahead and get it up in the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. So there we go, man. Pressure back up on the defense. We got another 1st and 10 coming up right here as Guillory dropping back, throws it over in the middle, ends up, getting a nice little gain of 8. Don't need, be extremely locked down. We can do the bend, don't break mentality. Only thing we need to do, keep them out of the end zone. We'll end up winning this game, straight up and down, But got to give credit to Minnesota. They are putting up a good fight, but we do end up getting them to a 4th down. So it's all going to come down to this one play right here. 4th and 2. Guillory. Look at the right-hand side, but it's dropped. It's actually dropped. Frank Bowers came in there, got the ball loose, and it ended up being an incompletion right there. And we are going to escape with a 38-31 victory here in double overtime. Man, that was certainly a close call. But at the end of the day, we still keep, not only our conference title hopes alive here as we are, and that's the crazy part. We're not even in like the better division in the Big Ten. We're in the weaker Big Ten division, in my opinion. But man, if that's an indication for what the rest of this conference season is going to look like, we are going to be in for some really tough battles here for the rest of the season. Alright, man, so it was another tough conference battle for us, but at the end of the day, we did find a way to win it. Continue our undefeated streak in Big Ten Conference play. We did end up with 485 yards of total offense versus Minnesota's 379. Didn't really run the football all that well, but CJ Patton came with it today. Really did a good job through the air, over 400 yards. Can't complain about that. Again, just did not force any turnovers. This defense is having a really tough time getting turnovers this season, it seems like. But again, even though we did, we do have some things that we have to work on, we at least got the win, and that's what's most important. So checking out the stats for our guys, and CJ Patton was balling once again. 25 for 36, 404 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick, which honestly wasn't necessarily his fault necessarily. I mean, it was just a really good play behind a corner. Meanwhile, for running attack, Daniel Carrington found a way to get himself going. 13 carries for 72 yards. But CJ Patton was the one that had all the glory, though. Only 8 yards, but ended up in the end zone twice on the ground. For the receivers, we did a little bit better job of spreading things out a little bit more. But Daniel Carrington was surprisingly our leading receiver. 8 catches, which is twice as many as both Derek Blue and Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. Daniel Carrington did find the end zone, but so did Derek Blue. He had the longest play of the day for us for 85 yards. Jeremy Sprinkle Jr., 4 catches, 71 yards, and a tub. Patrick Starvo had himself a day, 4 catches, 100 yards. The longest reception being 69 yards. Nice. And that almost was a game winner, in regulation, but, just does not have the speed, to, do that kind of stuff. But our offensive line did really struggle today. First time in a little bit that we had more sacks allowed than pancakes. Andy Richardson was a bad culprit, though. Had multiple sacks allowed, 2 sacks allowed, with Sam Price the third ended up allowing a sack as well. The senior offensive lineman not having their best day, but who did had a really good day? King Ray. Dude was all over the field for us. 15. Yes, you're reading that correctly. 15 total tackles. 4 of those being TFLs as well. Chris Rogers wasn't too bad either. 6 tackles, 3 TFLs. We did also have 4 sacks as well. Finn Otis actually got to the quarterback multiple times today. He had 2 sacks, 5 tackles, and 3 TFLs. Jamie Jenkins had a sack. He had 4 tackles on the day, and so did Chris Ty. So even though we were nearly shocked against Minnesota, we almost got upset for the 2nd time this season. We got quite a few recruits coming in now. Mark Dunbar, Isaiah Ramsey, Roy Parks, Jason Page, Jeff Hartman, and Chaz Mays, as well as David Foster too, all end up committing to the squad. So we ended up with, what was it? Looks like 7 commits all at once. You know, some really high quality players as well, and that's something I really like to see. So even though we won our matchup against Minnesota, we actually went backwards in the top 25. So now we are really put in a spot. We've been playing down toward competition a little bit since we started Big Ten play. We can't do that against Ohio State, 14th ranked team in the nation. You know, they're much better than Minnesota and Indiana thus far. It's going to be a tough matchup, man, and we're going to have to play our A game if we're going to end up winning this game. Should be a good episode, though, so if you're excited about the next game against the Ohio State Buckeyes, I do need you guys to do me a favor. Smash that like button for me. Hit subscribe if you have to be brand new. Shoot. Hit me up in the comments as well. I would truly appreciate that. But that being said, this is John J. Gaming on the mic signing off, but I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.
I love you, Poppy.